Alright guys, um, so in this video I'm going to be playing beta 1.7.3 of Minecraft. I'm deciding to play this version of Minecraft because, well, I never have really played it. I wasn't really ever um able to play it. I was born around the time that it came out, but I was just too young, and I did have a laptop, but it wasn't that great. Well, no, it probably could have ran it, but honestly, at the time we weren't really that well in money. But yeah. I've come to realize I probably like this version because it's more calm. It's not really overstimulating because yes, I have ADHD. Um, I, the normal version, I do get kind of a little overstimulated, which that's probably going to make me really like this version. Instead of all these extra items, extra mods, you're just confined to a simple version with its cool world generation and simple goals. There's no Ender Dragon. There's no Warden. It's just endless building. You have to set your own goal for this version. You aren't gonna be pushed to kill an Ender Dragon. You aren't gonna be pushed to kill a Warden. Not even a Creaking. You're going to be pushed by your own projects. You're going to be pushed to play by a goal you set for yourself. This version is really liked because of the building. The buildings, you don't really have to put much detail in them to look actually nice. You can just build simply a castle with cobblestone, stone, and crash slabs. And there you've completed a goal. Now, for some people, they do have to play the current Minecraft versions because they aren't able to find much to do. Because maybe they aren't a builder. I really love building in Minecraft. That is one of my most favorite things to do, which is probably why I would find this version to be my most favorite. And also, the music. The music, it only plays, like, the best ones. And, yes, I kind of like, a bit of the new music, like, Other Side isn't too new, but I really enjoy it. And then there's another one, I can't really name it. But yes, I do like a lot of the new music. Some people, like, don't. Some people actually have, like, a big hatred for the new music. But that's just because it's a different songwriter. That's just because it's not C418. That's the only reason why people would hate it. That doesn't make too much sense, but in my mind, you can really just do whatever you want. Oh, dang, it didn't jump. But yeah. Only mob that actually drops food is probably the pigs, from what I've noticed. And yeah, the way to actually play this version is not complicated. This version is so simple and so perfect. Another reason why I like coming to this version is because the world generation is just so crazy. It's so big. It's so weird. Weird in a way that makes it cool. But I'm gonna stop yapping about why this version is so peaceful to play, and I'm just gonna play. Okay. I need to go to some sheep for this. I'm probably planning to make like a castle or something, because dude, who doesn't like a castle? Castles are like the #1 thing you should at least try building in life. Man. By the way, world build height limit, it's not as tall as the more modern versions. Well, yeah, you see, it's just weird world generation. It's just some random block up in the sky. Now then, that could motivate you to build up there and make the sky, make like a sky island. Ooh, alright, I think I chose my place of housing, maybe? Let's see what's on the other side. Oh. Ooh. Oh yeah, I might actually do the other side. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have to do some terraforming. Thing is, you don't build in just one singular spot. You should travel to build. You should travel, make paths to that other build, and build to your heart's content. Build at... Build whatever you want. Build how much you want. There is no limits except for the build height. Yes, that is a limit. But instead of just building your home, you should expand on your home. You should expand more. You should travel more in your world to build more. Instead of just confining yourself, because that's kind of boring, just building in one simple area. You need to build as much as you can. You don't need to, but you should. Also, I like to think that this version would improve on my building, and it kind of did. Because I taught myself how to build all the old types of buildings. And then I decided to add more to that. I decided to take an older build and I decided to add more of the modern stuff to it. It did look a little weird, but it looked nice. I made it my home and yeah. Now, I do think building in this version is a bit better. Not sure if I said that already, but I just like this old look of the blocks. I really enjoy it, and yeah, I don't exactly like the look. Despite I could probably use the mod pack Golden Days, but why don't I just play the Golden Days instead of trying to play the modern version with the looks of the Golden Days? I'm gonna have to base up underground so I don't get killed. But yeah, instead of deciding to play what is supposed to be the Golden Days, I'm deciding to play the Golden Age, the said Golden Age of Minecraft. And yeah, it's calming, which kind of tells you by the music. Oh yeah, there is no drag crafting, which it's a little disorienting me, but it doesn't matter. Minecraft, this version of Minecraft is something to appreciate. It's not something to come back to because you're blinded by nostalgia. It's something to come back to because you want a simpler way to play Minecraft. I'm not blinded by nostalgia because I never got to play this version when I was little. I never did. Now, of course, some people who do play this version are probably blinded by nostalgia. And, of course, people will be blinded by nostalgia with Minecraft. Because they miss the old version. They miss it when Notch was, like, working on an indie game by himself instead of some huge team like Microsoft, like how they have a huge team. And yeah, I'm really not 100% sure what to think about that. It's honestly weird that Notch decided to sell his game to a huge company. But yes, they did offer him a lot of money, but I would have just kept working on my game with, I'm pretty sure Jeb was his, like, good friend. I would rather work on a game with my best friend without a huge team. Me and him just figuring out how to code together, learning along the way. Of course, it would be easier if you did have a huge team. But where's the fun in a huge team when you can just be coding with your buddy? Like, say it was your best friend since, I don't know, preschool, kindergarten? And instead of that, you'd have a huge team to talk to. Not much time to just talk to that one friend you started this game on. Of course. Yeah, I am not sure what to say. It does sort of make a little sense as to why he chose to sell the game. I have a feeling he was just not finding really enough time to fully work on it. He wasn't finding enough time to make it a full-time job. Which, yes, trying to make coding a full-time job, from what I've seen, it will probably make you restless. It will probably, in the end, be kind of annoying. Yeah. Just making the game, you probably will not be able to motivate yourself enough to make the game still. Which, yes, you could probably get away with saying, just say that the version that people like the most is the end of the game, is the end of the development. But people are gonna want more. People are gonna soon get bored of what they are stuck with, of what they are confined to. They will get super bored of it. And then they will move on and want more. And then what will you have to do in that scenario? You will have to spend so much time developing a new game and just new stuff in general. Ooh, that's creepy. By the way, I might play my, I might play my, freaking horror mod series, I probably after, let me check, probably after Sunday, because I'm gonna be busy these 3 days. The others will be posting. You'll have their stuff to watch. If you mainly like my Twitter content, yeah, okay. Thank you. But I don't always have enough time to record because of school and all that. I'm really tired of school. School is one of the main things that kind of don't help with my motivation to play video games. I always have this dread that, oh, I'm not gonna have much time to actually complete this. I'm gonna have to study, work on stuff, and that just really tires me. It really never would help. But yet, I should really just put that all behind me right now because I'm like not working on school stuff anymore. I should really focus on myself now, rather than school. Unless if I'm getting close to the end of summer break, I should probably focus on school then. But, yeah. Um, I'm gonna definitely work on this world off of camera, but I'm gonna mostly play in camera. Jeez. Oh, will you look at that? It's daytime. It's, I'm gonna get ready to make my proper house. I wonder where the music went. Oh well. I'll just be playing a bit in silence, which that doesn't really bother me. So I'm probably planning to chop down a whole bunch of trees, flatten out the wet. Oh my god. Flatten out the land and start building a base for a castle. Hopefully I'll have time to do that. A bit of time to do that for now. But I don't see myself being all of that. The time I have. Dang it, I didn't drop any stone. I need more wool. I need like 2 more pieces. By the way, for those who don't know, Beta 1.7. Oh my. Beta 1.7.3 was the last version to not have hunger, and I'm pretty sure it was also the last version to have the cool random world generation. You see? It's just crazy. The modern world generation, yes, it is pretty cool, but rather. Minecraft isn't supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be... video games aren't really supposed to be realistic. That is best said by Game Note. He said at the designing, in mid-designing a game, people say, well, that's not realistic. And don't quote me on this because I didn't say it. He said, well, why should it be realistic? I came to play, this isn't probably all of what he said. It's just a guess as to what he said. He said, well, why should a game be realistic? Why should I play a game? Oh my god, hold on. So, he said, in the real world, I have to write up this list of stuff. I have to go to the grocery store to buy groceries. So he said, I have never thought to myself that realism is fun. In the real world, I have to write up lists of stuff. I have to go to the store, to the grocery. I have to go to the, hold on, let me restart this. Gabe Newell said, I have never thought to myself that realism is fun. In the real world, I have to write up lists of stuff I have to go to the grocery store to buy. Which, if you've probably went to the grocery store, you probably find it a little boring to go to the grocery store and follow that entire list of stuff to buy. Which I have found boring. Which that is definitive realism. That is what realism would be. If you want a realistic game, a realistic video game about you going to the store and buying stuff, yeah, you can play that, but you're gonna be bored at the end of all that. It's gonna drain you of fun because you're doing the same repetitive thing over and over. Which, that's not what video games are meant for. Video games are meant for you to escape reality and take a break from everything that annoys you, that troubles you. It's supposed to be a breakaway. All of that stuff. And yes, I do see why some realism is a little fun, but it's not exactly. The thing about realism, it's weird. I don't exactly get it. Because why would you want a video game when you're supposed to just think about the game instead of focusing on the real world? Why would you focus on realism, a realistic game, then rather than are you having fun? It doesn't really make sense to me. But hey, you do you. People are different. And yeah. Alright. Well, I need to get some dirt. So let's do a bit of terraforming, why don't we? Why did you start looking at me? I swear that sheep looked like it was conscious. It was conscious. There. Okay, where's my stuff? I'm not really sure if this version had keep inventory. I'm actually kind of curious if it did, or if it does. And yet also, I could also say that I have focused a lot on video games, which has probably been a reason as to why I'm not doing so good in social studies. I went from not doing great in English to doing actually really good. I went from doing pretty good in social to not doing well. I do see why focusing on history of the world is a bit important, but I don't find it too important. I find it important on the stuff I enjoy and I love. A big reason as to why I've been doing so good in English is because instead of focusing on if you get the chance to write a free write thing, like a free write project in English, choose what you love. Do not choose what you think is best for your grade. Choose to write something that you love. Instead of just writing about this or that, because it won't be motivating enough to write enough on it. I really love engines. When I got a free write essay sort of thing, I decided to write about the history of using engines because I find it interesting, and I ended up doing it and pretty good in that project. Which, yeah, that pushed me that made me realize I shouldn't write about what would possibly really go up because of the certain topic. I should write about what I love. And writing in general is just kind of boring, but you could also write about why you love a certain Minecraft version and why Minecraft shouldn't be this garbled of a updated mess. Or yeah. You could also like I'm not sure what to say. You could try and recreate the story of your own Minecraft world, because in the Minecraft world, that's something you're passionate about. It's like your favorite video game. And yeah, it will motivate you more to write on that. Every other subject I find really easy except for social. From what I've heard, social is sort of helping you to sit through like long stuff. That's probably a big reason, but yes. But yeah. I'm not sure if I'm fun thing to have a whole bunch of people on one server of an old version of Minecraft, just to have fun to play and to build. And yeah, and also, you can mod this version if you want, like, if you want to add, just something a little extra to your game, you can, by modding. You would have to use an alternative launcher, though. If you're gonna play this version, I recommend, using Prism Launcher, because that's just a fork of multi-MC, but it's the most used. I'm not 100% sure why. I just decided to use this one because it's the most used. And yeah. Also, because I've used multi-MC before, I know how to kind of use it. The reason why you shouldn't exactly use the base Minecraft launcher is because it has problems with the older versions, like unsupported sounds for this version. And yes, you will also have to put in some stuff for Prism Launcher for all that other stuff that is having other problems. And yeah. By the way, this may be a bit of a longer video. It has reached the 30-minute mark, which I actually may end it here. I'm not gonna edit this video much because I don't want to spend a bunch of time, and also I was talking about a lot of stuff, a lot of kind of important stuff, but see you guys later. I'm gonna work on the terraforming a bit, and yeah, you just have a nice day.